Hello, everybody. It's been a little, like a week or so, about 2 weeks probably, since I made a video. And to briefly explain this time, as all the other times made sense, there was a One Piece break, and then I was going to do a chapter of 985, and then I waited for the English, like the good translations, and then I said, it's too late now because you have to get on that shit double time in order to actually get yourself out there. So there's all that. So I didn't get a chance to make a One Piece video. So this week I'll probably make like a theory video on the big ramifications, and then I also got pretty sick last week, like super sick. I had crazy fever and all that kind of stuff. Don't know what it is. Could be nothing. Could be something. But just keep that in mind, I guess. Um, and then I actually got pretty damn far in Uncharted 4, and I will be making a video when I finish that. And I got a PlayStation 4, so that'll all be things that to make reviews of and all that, because we haven't done a video game thing in quite a long time. But Uncharted 4, eight and a half hours in, so pretty far, and pretty proud of that considering. Even if it's not the hardest game, I just stink at games. So it's, anyways, that all out of the way, and donning the Giants stuff. Now that we have baseball again, kind of exciting, I guess, but it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of just exhausting more than anything, with the whole virus and just the. So, anyways, on to the Berserk, in specifically, I guess Volume 1. I guess like the first thing I read was like this big compendium, like giant book. I don't remember exactly if that was just the first volume. It might have been like the first 3 volumes or something. It's basically all the way up to the Golden Era arc, before the Golden arc. So I think it's the Black Swordsman arc, and we'll be reviewing that today. The manga, not the anime. Good God. I mean, like, I don't even know anything about animation, because people always said to me Naruto had bad animation, but that, what the hell is that? Like, that's PS1 graphics. It is pretty horrendous. I cannot stand that anime, so I couldn't do it. And then I all of a sudden I just was like, well, what about the manga, I guess? I checked that out, and my God, is that the craziest thing? Right. Yeah, I don't read many seinen, so I don't know if this is the norm or something, but he's like BFing a demon, and I'm like, yo, what is going on, right? So then after that, he kills the demon. He's very vendetted, very, very manly like, but at the same time, he's got this like kind of like determination, like get out of my way. He's got this Kenpachi feel, where he's, obviously this was way before him, but it's, that's the kind of feel I get, right? And so I don't really know why he's taking all these demons down, and like he's so crazy about them, and I don't know what, I don't know. I think he's missing an eye. I don't know. That's as far as I've gotten, was that, the Black Swordsman arc. So, and specifically as we go along, the art is pretty gorgeous. I would say it's the second best, only to Vagabond itself, which I will do a video about that too. I think the artwork and the way that we move across is pretty good. There'd be like a sword slash, and we'll actually see it like that kind of thing, like the way my hand was, and it's just unique unique angles that we're getting. Really puts to life something like this, and it feels like you're reading and watching something. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I think they just, I think it, Mirko. I cannot say his name. Well, whatever. The man actually is quite an artist, and I can understand why people don't like the current arc. I guess it's called Fantasia, and it's just taken forever, but it's like, you know, it's like the Hunter x Hunter thing. It's just the hiatus is just go on forever, but the people are probably just dead tired, like I am right now. But anyways, so we go from there, and we have like this village thing. We meet like an elf, or like, you know, I'm not a fairy elf kind of, you know, being. Then there's these two people on the road that get fucking like just gory, be murdered, you know, on the road in this thing, and it's like kind of like Guts actually kind of feels bad, and I'm like shit. Well, I mean, Guts is a pretty cool character so far. Um, and it's been a while since, like, it was December back when Tankobon I could still read them from the library, but comes out of there anyways. You know, he does his thing after that whole wagon incident, which was freaking crazy. There's like these demons that can like hear and stuff, and they like possess people and all this stuff. And they get to this village, and there's like this. Also, you know, the thing that's memorable to me is that old, you know, that ugly guy, and there's like this mystery. He's like talking about this mask, and then Guts gets really like crazy, like, you know, like he knows what this mask is, and he gets offended, and all this kind of stuff. That's really adds to that intrigue, you know. And they're killing people, and this politician guy is actually like possessed by a demon, and there's all this stuff, and we get this daughter, and it's an interesting situation because Guts just fucking just goes in there, you know, kills this one dude that's like, you know, he defeated him once, you know, he swings a big axe, just similar to Guts. He's very similar to Guts in his makeup, you know, his body, and then he ends up getting possessed also. He gets taken out. So it's kind of simplistic how it's just, it moves in a very linear line, you know. I'm sure you've seen the charts with the One Piece or Naruto or Bleach or any of those shows where they have this like diagonal arrow and then it goes off in all these tangents, but like this is just straight on, right? Just a straight line. It just keeps going and going and going. And he just kind of, Gus seems to just be like a lawnmower, man. He's just mowing anything up, and he's just spitting it out. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. And so it's pretty interesting seeing, you know, characters with big ass swords all the time. But specifically, this is a very cool series for the way that it shows the fights. You know, it doesn't have a clash or, you know, the swings and the blocks and all that. It's pretty great. You know, but he gets pretty messed up. You know, he ends up having to go, you know, have this other guy kind of save him in a way, and then this love-hate relationship that we're kind of building to with this fairy. I honestly don't remember the name, but she's actually pretty, or he, I don't remember now, is actually pretty helpful and knows some information about the mask and actually helps Guts. And at the end of the day, Guts isn't the type of person to say it, but I think that he generally wouldn't mind just having one companion on the road, just one. And we're not talking about a lot. Hopefully that's what it is. But it's kind of cool because he's like, you know, I think some of the things he says, like, if you want to save him, you save him, and you know, tries, and then he has to come in there, and he's like, fuck, you know. And the creepy weird guy, you know, kind of gets it. You know, I felt bad for him because, you know, he got fucked up and all that. Didn't really deserve it. And then after all this stuff, we get I think it's the God's Hand, right? Boy, those were some crazy drawing. The one guy with the brain thing kind of reminded me of the Attack on Mars, that horrendous movie. I remember seeing that at like a hospital once. It was awful. But anyways, those in Femto and that whole thing is pretty. I like. Gus seems to know, and I love how he was injured and he was still trying to kill this Femto person, and the way the staircase is constructed and drawn. It's very, very cool stuff. It gives us that mystery. It gives us that intrigue, but it doesn't necessarily just slap us over the face with it. It's there, you know, it's interesting, and we'll see where it goes from there, right? There's all that. And basically we kind of end it there, you know, because after that, you know, we get into the next arc, but really the final thing is that he kills that politician guy, should have. I mean, that guy's swarmy and whatever. You know, fuck him. He was executing people because his wife died, and he was trying to. I don't know. It was murky, right? You know, I probably should have read up on it again, but you know. Anyways, and he gives this choice to the daughter. He's like, you know, he had to go. You know, your dad wasn't who he was. You know, he was not the same person anymore. And he was like, actually, heart to heart, was like saying, like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to kill you. You know, you can come back and try to kill me in the future, but you know, it's not up to me. You know. And then she like it crumbles, and he like I remember him leading his sword out, and she like picks it up and stuff. You know, is hanging on it, and I'm pretty sure you know she gets saved, and like the fairy's like you know she was captured at one point too, and so they have this kind of like you know gelled connection. So I'd like to see this whole thing get you know to see more of it. You know, there's not a whole lot of chapters. There's like 360. You know, same thing with Hunter x Hunter. It's like 380, somewhere around there. It's not a whole lot. Just finished Hunter x Hunter too. But anyways, pretty great series. I'd love to read more of it. Watching it, no. But definitely want to read more of it. I want to remember this time and make a video a lot sooner. I was just going to make this video in December, so at least I'm making it now. And I'll see you guys till next time. Bye.